recorded drop, you can't ignore it. I'm transforming now these cars and planes, I'm always boarding. Just out touring down in Charlotte like I play for Hornets. When I'm performing, never boring, now you can't afford it. All right, guys, welcome back to the DB channel. It's been phenomenal. We are currently wrapping up our last few hours here in Zakynthos, which is located in Greece. We're wrapping up 2 months, 9 countries. We visited over like 26 cities. It's been really, really good. We've been able to close 5 deals since I left Hawaii, July 28th, and we purchased 2 multifamilies. We are actually getting ready to close on another one. We have 2 fitness centers that we are currently have up on the contract that we're getting ready to develop, one in Maui, one in Kauai. We also working on 2 deals out in Dallas and DFW area where we're working on our new franchise model. But listen, it's been a phenomenal trip, being able to run our businesses and spend time with family, this amazing island, Zakynthos. And this is my second time coming to Greece, but we kind of fell in love with Zakynthos. If you can just look over my shoulder, man, the view is crazy. And this villa is amazing. Sit on top of a hill, and as you see this island, it's like this island, the water is so blue, like unbelievable blue. And we just fell in love. So I reached out to the owners and I asked the owners, I said, listen, would you be interested in selling? And I'm in a position right now where I have enough assets, and the assets that I have produce income, and I'm looking for things that I can put inside my trust and pass down to my kids for many generations to come. And one thing about real estate, it's real simple. All right, you want to be either close to the water or up on top of a hill. All right, and this right here give you both. We sit high on the hill and we have the water, so we know that that value will continue to increase year over year and generations over generations. Because one thing for sure and 2 things for certain that we know is once all the land is gone, it's gone. You cannot create land, and I just love this. The owners live on the mainland of Athens, which is a quick flight over. Mr. Pandit, he actually the one told me about that the sellers may be interested, so I reached out to him. We got on a call and I say, listen, my family love this property, we love the view, we live in Hawaii, and we looking for somewhere to call second home, international, and your place is peaceful, it's quiet, it's beautiful. Would you be willing to sell? And just like that, you never know when a seller is ready to sell. He has some personal issues going on, him and his family. He's a developer. In fact, he built 2 more villas right behind us here, but he's a developer, like I said, on Athens, a businessman, business savvy, just like myself. We came to pretty much verbal terms. So with that being said, there are some things that I should do that you should know as well when buying international property. Not just international property, these same questions will, if you're trying to do direct to seller to buyer, buyer to seller, some things that you should ask. Now right now what I'm doing is I'm actually typing up an email back to him. A couple of questions that I have to the seller is, number 1, I want to see some type of ownership, which should be some type of deed. I'm pretty sure they do deeds here international. He owned the property outright, so we want to make sure that deed is clear. But for now, I just want to see to make sure he have ownership of the deed. And the next thing is legal status. Is there any ongoing legal litigations of the property? You want to make sure there's no litigations between a family member or neighbor or anything right there. You want to make sure all those things are good. Zoning and permitting. All right, so that's going to be real big for me here because this land is 5,000 square meters. The property is 2 parcels. All right, it's the current property where we're sitting at right now, sits on 2,000 square meters, and then right next to us is 3,000 square meters for a total of 5,000 square meters. Now the land next door, the value opportunity in this, and it's 3,000 square meters that he said that he have permits so that he can actually build a second villa next to this. And that's what we really interested in, is because then we can custom build a second villa the way that we want to build it out. The next one is property history. I wrote to him, I said, how long have you owned the property and what was it used for previous? So I want to just know how old is the property and what was here before he even purchased this property, and also the building integrity. This one of the questions here is, are there any known structural issues with the villa or land that need to be addressed or fixed? So obviously I done walked around this property outside, around the perimeter, and just looking for things to the naked eye. And I have not seen anything that really
really sticks out or red flag. However, though, there can still be material like defects of the property that I cannot see. So we just want to ask him. The next thing is utilities and access. What are the utilities are available, and are there any issues with access to the property? So one of the things that I do know, there's a watershed that sits right over here, and water is actually brought up to the property. Every 2 weeks they bring water up to the property. It costs about $80 to do that, so that's going to be an expense, and we should see those on the financials. And next is the financials, because we know this is a vacation rental, so he's receiving some type of income for the property every month. So we want a P&L that show all our expenses, all the revenue coming in, so we know our overhead of the property. Good thing about it is property do come with, got the cleaners already in place. They have the housekeeper, Pandon, him and his wife, they work as a team, and they also have someone that oversee them too as well. His name is Jason. I already met Jason. But all those right there, we want to know what is the operational cost to upkeep the property. Next thing is local laws. Are there any local laws or regulations that he may know that can keep or stop this transaction from happening? And then the last thing I put up here was the road. Is there anything between him or the city or the neighbors to come together to pave a road? All right, because right now, again, this property do sit high in the hills on a dirt road, which I don't have problems with it at all. I think it'll add more value to the property if there was a paved road. Those are the questions. Now, even though these questions, these are just the initial questions that I'm asking. If everything goes right and everything moves forward, then we'll look into hiring a local real estate attorney that can speak real good English and really can help us close the deal, to make sure they also review all the documents that I'm asking for. And is there any other documents that I may not have mentioned to him that we need to make sure that we good for this international sale? So pretty excited. Again, I am purchasing the view. It's one of the most amazing views that I've seen, even though I live in Hawaii, which is paradise. I think this right here kind of go hand in hand on what I want to do, and that's to add luxury assets to our portfolio as we continue to scale our business, as we continue to scale our net worth. You just want to add properties like that that would continue to increase, and you put them inside your trust. Most international properties will probably have to pay cash for this. So really going to just transfer some assets over to purchase this property, own this property here outright, and then we will manage it, or Pam will manage it with her vacation rental business. And the only thing we have to do is pretty much send the bookings down to Jason and Penn and their team here, and they will continue the operations. And again, something that this Allen really only get busy about 6 months of the year. This is not a play for me to look forward to making a lot of money. This is a play to securing that view, all right, for my family and for our friends, because we know the property will be sitting empty about 5 months, 6 months out of the year. They'll give us time to come over. They'll get time for my parents, again, our family, the Bands of Brothers family, and maybe someone that's maybe watching this. We love to do giveaways. We love to do things like that. So with that being said, stay tuned. We're going to continue to put out more content, but these are things that you should be asking, especially if the deal's off market and there's no realtors involved at this point. All right. So make sure you ask those type of questions. Protect everything. Protect yourself and protect your future investments by doing your due diligence. All right. That's all I got.